Hey guys, Eric here. Today is going to be a very special episode of Problem Solved All Things Megacade. I'm building an accessory for a Megacade, but it's not going to be for me. So today's going to be a very, very special episode. Let's go ahead and get into this right now. When I first got my Megacade, I went searching for information on home arcades and stuff like that, and I found the Extreme Home Arcades Owners Unite Facebook group. As many of you guys know, I'm a member of this group. This group has embraced me, and I have become really good friends with a lot of the old school members that are there. These guys, I mean, they're just like the best group of people that I could ever imagine meeting online. We've become really close friends, and we talk basically every day, and we're gonna do a trip out to Chicago, hopefully, in October, and we're just gonna hang out. So recently, I've been posting a lot of keyboard content. I'm really into building custom keyboards right now, and it's just, I don't know why. Something about how they go together, something about all the keycaps that are available, all the different types of switches and bases and weights and foam and gasket mounted and all that stuff just really interests me. And I love all the intricacies that you can, all the little intricacies with the keyboards and the things that you can change, and you can just custom make these keyboards to be exactly what it is you want. I'm getting really into it. I'm loving this keyboard thing. I was talking in this group about custom keyboards, and one of the OG members of this group, Daniel Larson, Dantron, talking about you, he had mentioned, he was like, oh man, Eric, you would cry if you saw the keyboard I'm using. And I was like, really, man? What keyboard are you using? And he sent me pictures of this and this. He sent me these pictures of this is the keyboard he's using, and I almost did start crying. So I was like, you know what? We need to upgrade your keyboard game, man. So, that hurt my heart. So I was like, man, okay, I'm gonna build this guy a keyboard. So that got me thinking, what do I think about when I think about Dan Larson? Dantron69K, what do I think about? Well, the first thing that comes to mind is a number, a particular number. It's a number that's very important to him. However, I don't believe that's keyboard appropriate. So what else do I think about? So what else do I think about when it comes to Dan Larson? I don't just think about, sexy anime chicks, a special number. I also think about retro games, but that's not going to be enough. So what else? I do know he's going to use this keyboard probably for some PC gaming, and he's also going to use it to control his Megacade, I believe. So that probably means it needs to be both wired and wireless, just because it's easier to use a wireless keyboard for the Megacade, which is fine, because we can do that. He has his show that he does on YouTube. Check him out. I'm going to link his channel below. He's got a YouTube channel. Check it out. I know he's a fan of the NES. I know he's a fan of the Super Nintendo. So that's what I'm thinking about. So I think that's the direction I'm going to go. I have all of his parts, so I've already decided on this, and this is what I'm going to go, but I'm going to take you through my process. I'm going to show you guys how I build his custom keyboard, and then Dan, it's coming out to you. I'm going to send it to you. So my first thought was anime girls, and so I got a special keycap set that I felt fit that really well. It's totally PG-13, but I was like, you know what, he's got kids, his kids are probably going to use his keyboard, probably not the best route to go down. So I decided against it. However, that keycap set is still on its way, so I'm probably gonna have to build another custom keyboard using that keycap set. So anyway, I got a better keycap set for you, Larson, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I got, and we're gonna build it, and I will take you through why I decided to get what I got as we're doing it, and hopefully you like it. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so before I start this and before I start showing components, let me first say that this isn't gonna be a budget build. When it's for a friend, you don't go budget, right? You go high quality and you just go with good components and stuff like that. I'm not saying budget's not good. There are budget great components. I'm using a $35 keyboard right now. Anyway, this is not a $35 keyboard, so this isn't gonna be a budget build. However, I will link all the parts below. So this is the base I went with. I just love this. It's got south-facing LEDs. It's just the way to go, and it's easily available, and it comes quick. And in the keyboard game, some stuff are group buys and all that stuff, and it takes months and months to get that stuff. I wanted parts, and I wanted them quickly because we need to fix his keyboard game. So this has a really nice weight to it. I really like this weight. It's got a white PCB, which I'm partial to, south-facing LEDs. I just like it. It's got a nice volume knob right here with a click button. Anyway, good weight. It's plastic, but it's still a good weight. Here's your wireless dongle right here in the bottom. You can pull it out. You can plug that USB dongle in. Anyway, otherwise it hides right there. You've got two different levels of supports right here. Really, really nice. It's a good weight. I really like it. It's got really good stabilizers in it as well. You can upgrade the stabilizer. You can upgrade this entire thing if you want. We're not. And we're going to keep it stock like this because I have experience with this base and I like this base. And as I said, it's easily available. This is the base we're going with. Black with a white PCB, but you won't really see much of that PCB anyway. These are gateron yellows. So these are the switches I went with. And we're going to go ahead and get these switches installed here on this board. Got like this milky base and can you hear that? Not really, but it sounds amazing. And we can just click these into place directly on this PCB. Now whenever you're putting switches onto a PCB, you want to make sure not to bend the little pins on the bottom because they're very fragile and these will just snap into place. Alright, so that's what the keyboard looks like with the switches all in place. Looks really nice. Now it's time to do keycaps and then we'll test the keyboard. This is a Super Mario set of keycaps. I'm not going to use the escape key because I got a special surprise for that. But if you look, it's a full set of keycaps, couple different spacebar options there. I'm not sure which spacebar option I'm going to go with. I think I'm going to go with this one. Really high quality pictures and it looks great. I think the white keycaps on top of the black base are going to look really nice as well. So, all right, let's get these keycaps on. I love that it is a Famicom and it's so well done. I will put a link in the description, as I said, where I got everything. Let's put the Famicom key in. Now that it is all set up and looking good, love that. Now, let's plug it into my system and we will test the RGBs and make sure everything works. Woo! Look at that RGB, it looks beautiful. You can change the RGB options. Everything will be in the manual here for the PCB. I'm just gonna leave it like that because it looks sweet. I will include your little box for your little Famicom key, and your box will have your extra cartridges in it. I like that. It's like a splash effect whenever you type. That's one of my favorites. Again, you can adjust the brightness of this and whatever you want to do. All right, keyboard's tested and it works. All right, Dan, that's your keyboard. I hope you like it. It's going in the mail right now. It'll be out to you very shortly. Let me know when you get it. Let me know if you like it. No hard feelings if you don't, but I do hope you enjoy it. It's on its way to you. Thank you for joining me for this very special video. And again, Dan, this one's for you. Hope you really love it, and I'll see you on the next one.